welcome back to advisory. Make sure y'all are folding your paper and writing this stuff down and solving, because you will be turning it into your math teacher. It is for a grade. Okay. Okay, so what is a composite figure? So composite figure is when we find the area of multiple shapes. So remember, when we're finding our area, we're going to need our reference charts. How do you find the area of the composite figure? So you're going to end up finding, so how do we solve? Find the area of each shape, and then we're either going to add to combine them or subtract to find the shaded area or the whole. How do you label the area of a composite figure? Again, we're going to give our different area formulas and we're going to add them together, and then, or subtract in case it has shaded or holes. So for the first one, it says, what is the area? If I sketch this out, don't laugh at my picture. Okay, and we know this is 30, 15, 15, and 3. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make my figures. So I know that we have a rectangle or square, and then we have this triangle. Okay, I'm going to do the rectangle first. So I know my area to a rectangle or a square is base times height. So my rectangle, oh, that was brown. I'm going to do base times height, so 15 times 15, because I'm going to use this and this. Okay? Five times 5 is 25. Bring down my 5, carry my 2. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. Put my placeholder. 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. Add it up. That's 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. Bring up my 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So for this one, we know that it's 225. So now I need to work on my triangle. I know that a triangle is 1/2 base times height, or base times height divided by 2. Okay, so if I look at the base of my triangle, just this part, we know that it's not 15. Okay? Because this side, the whole side is 15. We know a little bit is 3, so what would be the remaining? The remaining would be 12. So my base is 12. My height. Again, my height is just going to go from here to here. It's not the whole thing. The whole thing was 30. A portion of that was 15. So my other height is 15. And I'm going to divide it by 2. So 12 times 15. 5 times 2 is 10. Bring up my 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. Placeholder. 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. Add that up, I get 180. What's half of 180? That is 90. But remember, I'm putting my two shapes together. So I'm going to have to take this and this and add it together. 5 plus 0 is 5. 9 plus 2 is 11. Carry my 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. So my area is 315. So my answer is A. Alright, I'm going to end up needing a bunch of paper because look at me showing my work. And instead of folding in a 4, I'm just going to fold it in 2 so that I have more room and I don't have to waste a bunch of paper. Okay, Brian raked all the leaves in his yard. The area he raked is in the shaded below. How many square feet did Brian rake in the yard? So I'm going to try to draw this out. So 75, 150, and then we had a rectangle, 50, 45. Garage, 30, and 24. Okay, so we know that it's shaded. So anything that is shaded, I know that I'm going to end up having to subtract at the end. Okay, so first let's find the area of his house. That's the bigger rectangle. Well, the one here. This is my house. So we know that base times height is a rectangle, so 50 times 45. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25. Placeholder. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 5 is 20. Add that up. This is 2,250. Alright, now we're going to want to do the garage. And I know I didn't spell that right. So again, it's base times height because it's a rectangle. 30 times 24. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 3 is 12. Placeholder, 2 times 0 is 0. 3 times 2 is 6. Add that up, that's 720. Okay, but now I want to figure out what my yard is. That's here. So again, that's base times height. 150 times 75. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry my 2. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7. Placeholder. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 5 is 35. Carry my 3. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 3 is 10. Add that up. That's 0, 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. 1, 1. 11,250. Okay. So now, what am I supposed to do? I know at this point, I'm going to have to subtract something. But before I can subtract, I want to figure out how much this whole house and garage is. So I'm going to go ahead and add these two together. So my 2,250 plus my 720. 0,792. Okay, so now I'm going to have to take my yard and subtract it from my house and garage. 0 minus 0 was 0. I can't do 5 minus 7, so this needs to turn into a 15, which this makes a 1. 15 minus 7 is 8. I can't do 1 minus 9, so this changes to an 11. 11 minus 9 is 2. This makes 10 zeros. 10 minus 2 is 8. Okay, so my house is 8,280, which is B. Okay, my next one, if I notice, it says, what is the area of the figure? There's nothing shaded, so I'm going to end up adding, because there's no shaded, there's no holes. I'll go ahead and draw my figure. Okay, this is 2, 3, 5, 9, and 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and make these shapes. I know that this shape, if I could make a diagonal here, I have a trapezoid. So this is trapezoid number 1, and I know for that one I'm going to do base times height. Oh, I'm sorry, base 1 plus base 2 times my height divided by 2. Or I could do 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times my height. Okay. I know that my height here would be 2 because this is already 3. If I add 2 to it, I would get 5, and that would match this side right here. Okay, so if I look, I actually have 2 trapezoids. So let's do this one first. So I know I'm gonna have to do 9 plus 5 times my height, which is 2, divided by 2. So 9 plus 5 is 14, times 2 is 28. 28 divided by 2 gets me 14. It's 14 for this one. I'm going to do my next trapezoid, and so my 2 bases is 5 and 3. My height is 2. So 5 plus 3 is 8, times 2 is 16, divided by 2, that's 8. What do you think I'm going to have to do with my 8 and my 14? I'm going to have to add. 8 plus 14 gets me 22. So my answer is A. So if I look at this one, it says, what's the area above or to the figure shown below? I know I'm finding the area, and there are no holes or anything, so I'm going to add. Okay, do the best that I can, drawing my shape. So that's 2, 12, 8, 6. Okay, so if I was to draw a line here, I I know that I have a rectangle and I have a trapezoid. I'm going to do my rectangle first. I know that's 6 on the bottom and 8 is my height. So we have base and height. 6 times 8, that's 48. Okay. Now I'm going to do my trapezoid. If I turn my trapezoid, I have 2 as one of my bases, and then I have 8 as one of my bases. So remember, a trapezoid is base plus base times my height divided by 2. So I know I'm going to do 2 times 8, or I'm sorry, 2 plus 8. Now, what is my height? I'm trying to find this right here. Well, we know that this side is 6, and we know my total has to be 12. So 6 plus something gives me 12. That's going to be 6 here. So my height is 6. Divide that by 2. 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. Or I'm sorry, no. 2 plus 8 is 10. I have to do 10 times 6. My mistake. 10 times 6 is 60. 60 divided by 2 is 30. So we have 30 and we have 48. What do you think I'm going to have to do with those two? I'm going to have to add those two together. So 48 plus 30 gets me 78. Yep, and my answer is C. Okay, last one, and that is your exit ticket. If I notice I don't have anything shaded and I have no holes, so they want me to find the area, so we're adding them together. I'm going to go ahead and draw my shape. We have a rectangle. We have a triangle. So this is 4, 10, 3, 6. Okay, so if I work on my rectangle first, base times height, we got 4 times 10, that's 40. Okay, now my triangle, I have a base of 6, but my height is not just 3. It's 4 and 3. So what's 4 plus 3? That is 7. So now my triangle is going to be base times height. So 7 times 6 divided by 2. Well, 7 times 6 is 42. 42 divided by 2 gets me 1. So this is 21. So what am I going to do with my 40 and my 21? Add them together. And I get 61 as my area. Alright guys, that is it. Have a wonderful day.